I just want to take our viewers to what's happening in Morocco at the moment. It is currently a press briefing that's taking place, the round of 16 fixtures of the 2025-26 Africa Cup of Nations. Let's listen to what the officials are saying in Rabat.
Nice performances, and you see that the mental side of a team is very important, and I think that Cameroon showed that again now.
Coach Mazola, right here in front. I wanted to go back to your earlier comment about, the traveling to the training grounds, just how important are logistics, because people back at home might not be aware at times that some of the challenges that you face at a major competition.
I don't want to give more comment on that, but I think in a tournament like AFCON, that training pitches can be closer to the hotel than 45 minutes. That means that you lose 1 hour and a half when you have to go to train because you're in the bus. It never happened. I was in Gabon, I was in Ivory Coast, till now, here in Morocco. I never had to drive more than 15, 20 minutes. So I think there have been, or there should have been, another pitch here closer to the hotel if you organize games. But yeah, okay, it is what it is, but I just wanted to tell you that I'm not happy with that.
All right, Coach Hugo Broos. My name is Emmanuel. I work for the BBC Sport Africa team. It's a good thing that you reflected to 8 years ago where you led Cameroon to winning the AFCON. You are the last foreign coach to win the AFCON. Since you won it in 2017, the other coaches are homegrown coaches from Africa who have won it, from Algeria to Senegal to Cote d'Ivoire. Now my question is, do you think African coaches are now proving their mettle to the extent that many of them now can begin to venture out of the continent to also take up jobs? You would recall that in time past, we have more of the foreign coaches leading our teams at tournament like this. But in the recent years, we've seen more of African coaches. What do you think about their performance? And what do you think is the future of African coaches in the game globally after what they've been doing on the continent?
In my language, they say, you're never pope in your own land. And that is not only in Africa, that's also in Europe. People always think that foreign coaches are better than local coaches. Why? Don't ask me. Maybe also because foreign coaches, because they got the chance to do it, had success. So I think sometimes you have to put more confidence in a local coach and maybe give him some more time to prove something. Yeah, I know, but the light is very difficult. So to prove himself. So Africa, why should African coaches be worse than other coaches? I don't know. So again, it's a question of giving the time to them to build a team and also have patience with them. I think maybe in the future, in the past, they give more time to a foreign coach than to a local coach. So the fact that now all those local coaches are making good performances, I think the proof is there that they are good coaches.
Tebza, Lorenzo from Indomitable Times. This is not your first AFCON. Obviously, you were one of the most important players for Bafana when they finished third in the last AFCON. What would you say about your performances in this edition? Do you think that you've been at your usual best? If you don't think that way, what do you think is the difference between this one and the previous AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire? Because Coach did previously mention it's going to be different.
I can share AFCON 2023 with 2025. Difference go the team the whole. They realize they made a mistake at 2023 because they didn't perform well. Because if we share 2023, Team Zealand in knockout stage, it was mostly the small teams. and we had this talk with the coach. He told us that the same teams we beat in the last AFCON, they won't make the same mistakes now. For example, he made an example about Morocco. So now the level is higher, and for me, the performance, of course, is not. I'm not really bothered about my performance. I'm really concerned about what we do as a team, not what I do as an individual, because what we do as a team is more important than what I do as an individual. So, yeah, but the level now is doing high. The teams are focused, and you can see like everyone wants to win this AFCON. And also for us, it's our goal to win this AFCON, and there's no backing down, so we have to fight till the end.
Coach, a question over here to your right. Far right, sir, thank you. As Sinetemba said at the beginning, as you've alluded to, a bit of an emotional element to you with a meeting against Cameroon tomorrow. How did you experience knowing Fekkerfoot, knowing the way the federation operate? How did you experience or think about the controversy around the team, the two squads, the firing of your compatriot, another Flemish coach in Mark Brice ahead of the tournament, the Andre Onana being in the squad, all the tumult around Cameroon? What were you thinking when you were learning about this? Thank you.
It's not because I told that this is a special game for me that I will give some presents to Cameroon tomorrow. No mercy tomorrow. You can be sure. No mercy tomorrow. I have to win that game. That's all what counts tomorrow. So no hard feelings, no sentiments, no nothing. I'm the coach of South Africa and I want to win the game tomorrow.
Debs, Brian Lee, Backpage Media. You guys have voiced a lot of frustration about the qualification for the knockout stages. You've been very hard on yourself. The coach has mentioned the frustration now again of the travel to and from the stadium. What is the mental state like in camp for you and the players?
Of course, it's hard for everyone, like the traveling and whatsoever. But the goal is one. The goal is to go to the final. We know some of these things that are happening is just a distraction to the team. But with the guys in camp, we know what we want. We know why we are here, and the focus is to win the tournament for the coach, because we know this is going to be his last AFCON with us. So it will be nice to give him a beautiful send-off with AFCON trophy. It will be a very nice present, but I know he doesn't like presents, so yeah.
Greetings, I'm Chogozisi from Far Post. Debza, you're one of the players that's been there from the time coach started with this group. You're obviously a senior player in this team. And when the tournament gets to this stage, it demands a leader, in the dressing room. Do you see yourself as that leader in this Bafana team? And obviously there's a lot of youngsters. What are you doing to just make sure that you sort of guide them? And
our team is full of leadership. We have CB, who is the captain of Orlando Pirates. Ronan is the captain of Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm the vice captain of Mamelodi Sundowns. So there's leadership in the team. So I can't pinpoint who's the leader. We are all leaders in the dressing room. We just make sure that we are ready for the games.
Bonjour coach. Ici. Extrême. Ok. Bonjour coach, félicitations pour le parcours. André Mirabeau, Canal D International. Coach, le Cameroun n'a plus battu l'Afrique du Sud depuis 1992. Cette statistique, pour vous, ça compte ou c'est juste un chiffre?
Vous savez, ce qui s'est passé dans le passé ne compte plus. C'est pas parce que j'ai gagné il y a 8 ans la CAN que je vais le gagner maintenant. Donc, les résultats du passé, oui, c'est parfois on y pense, mais on ne sait pas tenir compte avec ça. Je pense que les deux équipes ont fort changé, donc ça sera un match tout à fait différent aussi.
yes, coach, I'm here. Velila here, next to the camera. Yes.
Oh, there.
Yes. Thank you, Coach. Velila from SABC. Coach, the last time we spoke to you, you were concerned about some certain areas, and you were looking at using the 6 days that you have on working on some of the things you wanted to work on. How valuable has been this long period of rest and also having to work on the team, and maybe in Marrakech you also had a bigger chance of working on a tactical work without the attention here in Rabat.
Yes, I think when we see our performances in the group stages, I think we expected more of it. That is for sure. So we spoke about it in the group, and I think what I saw the last week on training was totally different. So, and I think it's also a little bit normal when you see what a progression this team made. You always win and win and win and win, and then at the end, everybody, also me, are thinking, yeah, okay, next game we will win again. And maybe you do a little bit less, or maybe you're not so focused. And then it can happen that you don't play the level, or that you don't achieve the level what you want. I'm sure of it, of what I've seen now in the past days on training, that tomorrow you will see another South Africa than you saw in the group stages. But it was the right moment maybe to have a little call-up and to go back to basic and see tomorrow that we can play again our game like we always do.
Good afternoon, Temza. You have been involved in a lot of football matches of consequence in the Champions League, semi-finals, finals, last AFCON, domestically and that kind of thing. How much do you draw from that experience as you go tomorrow as some sort of a reference point? You know, when you look back, you have been here before. How much do you draw from that experience so that you are ready, and also maybe share some information with some of the younger guys in the team?
Yeah, of course, tomorrow is going to be a very tough game, an important game for everyone back home and even for the team. Yeah, man, we spoke with the coach. We had a meeting after our last game with Zimbabwe. We went back to our basics, like the coach just said. And I think everyone has a different perspective. And what can I say? We went back to the drawing board, and we fixed our mistakes. And I think right now we are ready for the challenge. And we lost the right game, I think, against Egypt. And now we can't suffer defeats anymore, because if we lose it now, we're gonna go home. And we're not planning to go home because we prepped enough clothes for till the end. No, of course, the nerves are not. We're not as nervous as I was before, as compared to past years. Now we're just looking forward to the game. We're just ready, yeah, as a team, yeah.
We're going to take the last two questions, and then we're going to close the press conference. Can you go to the gentleman with the glasses, please?
Thank you. Coach here.
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Simon from Cameroon Radio Television. We remember, like you said, you won the trophy for Cameroon, but many were surprised, like you used to say, that 10 months after winning that trophy, you were sacked as coach of Cameroon. And when we hear you today say you're not going to give them any free buys tomorrow, it's like you have that flame in you, and when you heard that it was Cameroon next, you said, okay, it's time for revenge. Is that? Thank you.
I didn't understand your question. What do you want? I didn't.
You want revenge?
Coach, if I may paraphrase, I'll go slower. You were sacked as coach of Cameroon just 10 months after you won the AFCON trophy. Yeah. Here, when you heard that round of 16 was against Cameroon, it was like you said, okay, it's time for revenge. Is that?
No. There is, why should I have revenge? Because at the end of my contract, they didn't renew it. I know what happened that time in Cameroon and why I was jumped. I know it why. So, this is 8 years ago or 7 years ago. Why should I want to beat Cameroon now because they sacked me? No, I just want to beat Cameroon because I'm coach of South Africa. So no revenge at all.
Oui, coach.
Yeah.
Ok, bonjour coach. Quand vous alliez au Gabon en 2017 avec le Cameroun, personne ne savait pas que le Cameroun allait remporter cette Coupe d'Afrique. Je pense peut-être vous-même, vous ne l'imaginiez pas. Vous voyez le Cameroun dans cette situation actuellement. Vous ne vous dites pas qu'ils peuvent être dangereux dans cette posture où tout le monde ne les attend pas. Qu'est-ce qui vous fait le plus peur dans cette équipe du Cameroun?
C'est comme vous dites, hein, peut-être avant le tournoi, personne attendait ou expectait que le Cameroun serait loin dans ce tournoi, certainement avec tout ce qui s'est passé 2-3 semaines avant le tournoi. Donc il y a toute une nouvelle équipe qui est là avec des jeunes joueurs et on sait comment ça va avec des jeunes, on ne sait jamais comment ils vont s'adapter. Mais quand les 3 matchs que j'ai vus du Cameroun, j'étais bien surpris parce qu'ils ont vraiment une bonne équipe. Et alors quand je dis une équipe, c'est vraiment l'accent sur l'équipe. Il y a quelques bons joueurs, mais c'est surtout le collectif qui est très fort. La mentalité, l'esprit du groupe est très bon. Donc tu vois ça directement sur le terrain. Chacun travaille pour son coéquipier et c'est un bloc. Donc et là, on peut comparer peut-être aussi un petit peu qu'en 2017, on avait pratiquement le même groupe. Un groupe qui, je me souviens encore quand on partait pour le Gabon, qui disait qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire au Gabon. Mais là, c'est un peu la même situation. Et c'est pour ça que je sais demain que ça ne va pas être très facile pour nous. Ça va être très difficile pour nous. Donc, on verra demain. Mais encore une fois, on ne sait jamais. Peut-être que le Cameroun peut de nouveau être la surprise du tournoi cette année.
That brings us to the end of our press conference. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Dewoko. Can you please just pose for a picture before you make your way out? Thank you to the media. We're going to have the Cameroon press conference in a few minutes.